What's up, teammates? We back with another video. I hope y'all missed us.
I know y'all missed us, not hope. I know y'all missed us, teammates. It's been a long time, So in this video, we're just going to be updating y'all and also giving y'all some tea and a few tips about what we learned since we've been in Mexico.
So now it's June 2024. We have been in Mexico since March 2023. So you could say we like Mexico veterans or something at this point. Like we didn't been here and endured the country. But we ain't got a couple months under our belt, you know what I'm saying? We actually been here living and getting adapted to the culture and seeing what's going on out here. So.
And it's been over a year now. So we have been through the ups, the downs, and all around all the traffic circles in Merida. So we're going to tell y'all all about it. And as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
And make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss no upcoming videos. Let's get into it. So last time y'all seen us, we was telling y'all how we had got scammed in Mexico. We was looking for a car because we got so tired of just dealing with the ride share. We was like, yo, let's get a car. And that did not work out for us.
That had really messed up my mind. I was like, what is going on? We had never been in nothing like that out here. I don't know what was happening. But after that video, we kind of let the situation go. And it's so crazy because we was just riding around Merida, minding our business. And we ended up right in front of the building that all of that happened. And guess what, y'all?
They
closed down. It was like papers on the door and
caution tape. It was
like a crime scene had happened. But it was a desert town. So I'm like, I don't know if our video had anything to do with them closing down, but if it did, I'm glad because they was doing some funny business in there anyway, and I would hate for any of y'all to have to encounter that.
One thing about them tables, they're gonna always turn.
Always.
So moving forward, we ended up just getting us a rental car, and we've been riding around in that happily ever after since. You know what I'm saying? We haven't been having to rely on Ubers and DDs and nothing else in between. We've been able to just get in our car and go whenever we wanted to. And I can tell you, it's been a life changer.
It has, but let's not act like that, it hasn't been a little dent into our pockets. It is a bit expensive to have a car. I know I see all the time people like, oh, I'm coming out there. Do you need a car? Do you need a car?
Yes.
I would say that you don't need one, but definitely for it depends on you. Like if you don't mind, taking rides everywhere, if you don't mind doing a ride share. And I
mean, it's not, like I said, we've been here over a year now. So when we first got here, we rode ride share for maybe a few months. The first few months, it really didn't bother us because we were still, getting a feel for it. But once you're here for maybe 5, maybe 6 months. How long were we here before we finally okay, it's time to get a car?
We was here for a while. We didn't get our car till maybe September, October. I think the summer heat, y'all know the weather. They talk about the weather all the time in Merida. It get real hot in the summertime. So I think that heat kind of got to us. And we was like,
We had a driver at first. Y'all remember Miguel. We always talked about Miguel. He used to take us everywhere and do everything. But he started becoming a little unreliable, to our standards. So we even had to move on from that situation. We was like, you know what? We don't want to be on nobody's time but our own. When we ready to go, we're going to get in the car and we're going to go.
Because imagine going to Walmart. Y'all know, anybody that's stay in Merida, y'all know everybody be at Walmart. But imagine going to Walmart and getting all this stuff that you need for the house, and then you got to sit outside with all your stuff and wait for a ride to come pick you up.
While the sun is beaming down on your head. It's melting your ice cream. Man, all your vegetables, all your fruits
everything
is just getting melted.
And we did that for so long, so we was like, yeah, we need a car. So like I was saying, it is a bit expensive to have your car. All you need is your license, your driver's license from the States or whatever. And make sure that you have insurance on your car. But the person that you rent your car from will definitely, most likely, hopefully, they take care of you. So yeah.
Make sure you go to somebody reputable, man. Ask some questions, get some recommendations. Don't just be going out here renting a car because it's the cheapest thing you can
Because
find.
that's what happened to us. Y'all know, we was trying to save some money. That's how we got scammed. So do your research because don't be like us. But now we are in a good situation. It is a bit expensive, but the guy that we go through for our car is really reliable. And anytime we need something, if something happened to our car, and we say, hey, something's wrong, he'll fix it. If we get into a little wreck or something, a little whatever, he'll make sure everything's taken care of. And he'll even give us a car to, you know, drive around in until our car gets settled. I'm not saying everybody do that, but just make sure.
The guy we going to,
yeah,
he do that, you know? So just make sure what you need is something that you can, not what you need. Just make sure everything makes sense. Like, make sure all the paperwork is straight. Make sure the car is reliable. Make sure you got AC. All of that stuff is very important, you know?
So that's our car update. Let's talk about the housing. So one thing that I have always loved about staying in Merida is that it's so easy to get housing. Like, I see a lot of comments and a lot of questions about how do you get housing and all that. And I think we made a video about how we got housing before, but if y'all want an updated video, just let us know. But the one thing that I love is that it's so easy to get housing. Like in the States, in Houston, it's like if you need an apartment, you got to do the application. They want to run your credit. They want to talk to your job. They want all of this and a whole bunch of money and all of that, and it just take a long process. It might be a week or two before you even get to move in, if you get to move in. In Merida, we have gotten places the same day, and they like, you got the money, you ready to, you know, sign these papers, and here go your keys. And that's what I love about Merida when it comes to rental. And
that comes in handy because 9 times out of 10, just coming from America, I feel like we have these preconceived beliefs of how everything is going to be. But sometimes you may move into a house that's not up to your standards. Your air conditioner might not be in all around the house, or the hot water might not work the way you need it to, or the internet. Those type of things may be a deal breaker for you. I know it's a deal breaker for us, which is why it's so beneficial and so cool to just only lose a deposit. You ain't got to be locked in for a whole year. You just lose a little money and you move on to the next place.
For example, what he's talking about is we have been in Merida for over a year now, and we have been in so many different parts of the city, and it's because we're ultimately looking for, you know, something that we're comfortable with. And it's not just us, just comfortability, but it's also things that work for us. So as far as Wi-Fi, some areas have better Wi-Fi connection than others. Some areas are quieter than others. So like a few minutes ago, it was a big loud truck just passed through and I could hear everything. So if you have a job that you work online or something, that's something you have to take into account. And also another thing that we have to adapt to when you're renting, or not even just renting, when you hear in Merida period, is the noise from the outside, but not just cars. We talking about dogs. Construction. We talking about...
It's like little trucks that may be selling like just treats, little Mexican treats, whether it be an ice cream truck or anything. But
and
they got like loud bullhorns,
yelling,
music. And I work from home, so it's like, it's kind of inconvenient because I have to talk on the phone. So it's like, when people coming by making a lot of noise, I kind of got to like mute my phone and wait till they go past. So I'll be like, okay.
And so that, I mentioned that when we talk about renting and where you are in the city, because some places are worse at it than others. Like where we are now, we hear a lot more dogs barking and a lot more stray animals and stuff. And we're in the Alta Brisa area. Versus when we stayed in the North Bay area, it wasn't as many like stray dogs and as many people riding around with the loud bullhorns. And I think it has more to do with like home ownership or something. What you think?
I think it's more so inside of the peripheral. Like I feel like it's more local. Like their cultural norms are different. Like their dogs are going to be outside and bark all day. That's just normal. People are going to ride up and down the street with like loud noises. As opposed to when you're outside the peripheral, it's like, I personally feel like it's more foreigners, whether it be from other states in Mexico or other countries. So it's they value their peace and quiet a little bit more from our experience, because we done stayed in Temazon Norte like maybe 2 or 3 times. We've never had any issues with loud barking and, you know, loud trucks and all of this stuff going by. So like I said, I feel like it's just the part of the city that you're in. If it's more locals and it's more like I'm trying to think of the word. Like it's more.
I can say it's more people here too. Like where we're sitting at now, looking out our window, we can see the mall. So you can just imagine, like, you know, all the apartments and the houses and stuff that are around us. Versus when we stayed in Temazon Norte, we stayed in a single house, and of course we had neighbors, but it wasn't as much going on. So it's very important.
Take that into account. Please
when you
take
are
into
looking
account. Yeah.
at where you're gonna stay.
If you come in, get you an Airbnb in a couple different neighborhoods. I know you may have heard this. Get you an Airbnb in a couple different neighborhoods just so you can get a vibe of which area you prefer. Because the worst thing you can do is come sign a 1-year lease in a place you have not spent the night before. Because that may not be the best experience, especially if you're working from home and you got expectations for the internet to be so fast, or you got your power need to be on all day, every day. Like certain areas, the internet is different. Certain areas, your power might go out more frequently than other areas. It's just the way it works here. I can't give you the explanation of why it works that way, but it's just been our experience. Certain areas just got certain things going on for it.
All right, so another thing that we're going to talk about is self-care and hair care. Okay, as melanated people, y'all, that's one thing that they always asking. Like, people are always asking about hair care, self-care, and all of that. Me, I've always been a self-care girl. I don't care where in the world I am. I'm going to find out where to get my hair done, where to get my nails done, where to get everything that I need. It's going to happen. So, I will say that if you're coming out here as a black woman, black man too, if you come out here and you looking for a beauty supply, you got locks, you got, natural hair, all of that, baby, bring that with you. Bring it with you, because there are a few, not local, but expats that have beauty supplies, or they have, they offer like hair care products and all that. But you would be better just bringing what you need with you, because sometimes, because of the demand of the product, sometimes they are not always in stock. And if you have a favorite little oil or favorite little whatever that you need, just bring it on with you, because there's no beauty supplies out here. And as crazy as that sounds, to me that sounds crazy, because I just always thought the beauty supplies was all over the world. You can, of course, go to Walmart and all that, but
they got Sally's and stuff. It just ain't got the beauty supply. Like,
yeah,
you got to do quote unquote beauty supply where they got that stuff y'all need. You
ain't gonna find your African castor oil, your coconut oil. You're not gonna find all of that. But if you can work with what they got in Walmart, you'll be able to, get by. As far as like hair extensions and braiding hair and stuff, anytime that I go to America, I literally just bring everything that I need with me, because I know that there is not any in the city. None.
Well, for me, the first time we came in 2020, I had locks, and it was very rough to try to get my hair retwisted. So now that I got my hair cut, I got my go-to barber that I've had for the longest. He get me together every time I need it, so I don't really have to worry too much about it. So the fellas, if you just need a nice little haircut, go holler at Coyote. He gonna get you together, for the right price. So we ain't really got to worry about too much about that on the fella side. The women though, you better listen to what she's saying. Pack that in your bag. Get you an extra bag of hair.
So as far as like my hairstyles, well, let's talk about the nails and the pedicures. I do go to a place out here, and that's gonna be easy. They got nail shops and pedicure shops all over. As far as the hair, I got knotless braids in my head right now, and there is a young lady out here, a black young lady, and she does my braids. And when I need a blowout for my natural hair, there is a guy out here named One. He does a lot of the expats' hair as far as natural hair care. So you can find what you're looking for. But one thing I do miss about America is being able to it's a plethora of people just waiting to do some black hair. And that's what I miss. And
what she not telling y'all is, please don't come out here thinking y'all about to get y'all American hair done for Mexican prices. Because it's not happening.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all about to spend that American money. Okay?
Yeah,
so as long as you got that understood, hey, you can get it done.
A lot of people always tell me they like my hair and stuff because I do keep my hair done, but I pay American prices in Mexico for my hair to be done. It's cute. It's cute. I enjoy it, but if I could pay less for it, then I would, but it's just that I like a certain style and I'll pay it. I don't mind. So, bring your hair care if that's something that's important to you. But yeah, that's that on that. That's one thing we've learned about the natural hair and all of that since living in Mexico for over a year. Speaking of bringing stuff with you, let's talk about American products, okay? And I'm not just talking about the hair care. I'm talking about like food, spices, I don't know, like different things that you think that you may need. You may be like, oh, they got a Walmart over there. I'll just go to Walmart. Don't do that.
So 9 times out of 10, if the product you're looking for is at Walmart, it may be a Mexican variation of it, which means it may not give you the same taste that you're used to. So that being said, be prepared.
Literally. For instance, you can for sure, there are stores like grocery stores, if you're looking for food items or whatever, there are grocery stores like Chedraui that you can go and get American products. And these are real American products.
Yeah.
But please know that you're going to pay that bag for it, okay?
So you got Chedraui Selecto, and then now it's probably like maybe 3 or 4 import stores that we know of that we may go back and forth where if you want your Twizzlers or if you want your the Tostitos, the cheese, the salsas, the spinach.
Funyuns and Doritos and all of that. Of course they have, Mexico has Doritos, but they don't taste the same as American Doritos.
So if you want your spicy sweet chilies, your spicy nachos, your Cool Ranch, the import stores have those. Your
Hot
Twizzlers,
fries,
hot chips, they
American
have
hot
those.
chips.
But understand, those chips that cost maybe $3 or $4 for the big bag in the States are going to cost you $10 here.
Literally, and we not exaggerating.
It's not an exaggeration. It's going to cost $10 a bag.
The
Little Debbie snacks, Twinkies, cupcakes, ho-hos, ding-dongs, $10, $12. Understand
literally. So I say like maybe last month we had went to one of the importation stores and got the family pack. I mean, a bag of Funyuns, and we paid how much for that bag?
I think that bag was like $9 or $10.
And we get it. We get it because we are, this is what we want. Like sometimes you just want to taste the home. Like, oh, I really just want some Funyuns. I really want some hot fries. So we'll buy it, but just know we leave out the importation store sometimes spending almost $100.
Yeah, we don't have much. We might have one bag. But like I said, we don't mind paying for stuff that we want. Certain things we okay with doing. We probably pay American prices for a lot of things here just because our standards are there. We're not going to go without. We're not going to sacrifice certain things we want. Other people, they may be able to. So, it's all about what you're able to sacrifice. For us, we like nice things. We like certain standards set, and that's just what we're going to go with.
And I just brought that up to say that there are things out here that you can find, but just know that you're going to pay a lot, 3 times the amount, okay?
Have the correct expectations set. Either prepare yourself mentally to go without those things, or prepare yourself to purchase those things.
Because
either or.
Some people do come out here and say, you know what, I don't need nothing American. I'll just substitute whatever I'm used to for whatever they have or whatever. So you can go to local markets and you can go to Super Aki and you can go to the Mexican stores, but they just won't have that taste of home that you may be looking for. Especially when it comes to spices and stuff. I just saw in one of the groups the other day, somebody made some gumbo. I think he's a YouTuber as well. Somebody made some gumbo. They said that they had to like kind of switch some spices around and just use what they had and stuff like that. So if you are one of those people that like to make special traditional or dishes or whatever, just bring what you think you may need.
It just be certain times where it's like, it is things that you can't find that you may miss. Like if we eating some Alfredo or some spaghetti, I might want some garlic bread. I have yet to find garlic bread here. I have yet to find collard greens here. It's certain things that you just probably won't find while you're here. You're just going to have to go without or go back to the States and get. So that being said.
Or you can figure out how to make it. We can literally make some garlic bread, but it's just not the same as, it's not that hard to make garlic bread, but it's just the fact that, first off, we ain't got no oven.
I ain't never made no garlic bread. I don't know what she
it's not hard. I'm sure we can figure it out if you wanted to, but we ain't got no oven. That's another thing you got to think about.
Every place will not have an oven. That's not a standard.
That's not a standard. Every place is not going to have AC either, so,
Like, set your standards.
If that's something that's important.
Know what you want. Know what your non-negotiables are. And make sure if you have a realtor or you're looking for yourself, make sure you make that clear what you're looking for so you're not in a position of moving into a place and then finding out, dang, they ain't got this. And now you got to go through a whole nother process of finding another place. We see it all the time in the Facebook groups. You'll hear all the horror stories on other people's YouTube. Set yourself up for success in the beginning and you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, so we kind of got off of the topic of bringing what you need because we started talking about, because I realized in order to make garlic bread, we might need an oven, and we ain't got no oven. So, but anyways, yeah, so bring whatever you need, spices, hair care, little snacks or whatever. Every time we go to America, we pack in our bag.
We usually take Southwest, from Cancun, because Southwest lets you bring 2 free bags per person. So this a little tidbit. So we get an extra one of those 2 free bags. It just be full of snacks.
Snacks
she
and
might
spices
use a bag.
and
she might use a bag for her hair care products. You get what I'm saying? So you just gotta do that 4-hour bus ride back to Merida, but you got the stuff you need. So there's ways to make it happen. Just make sure you think about this stuff beforehand. That's it.
All right. So the last thing that we're going to talk about is pet care. Pets. So y'all know, if you're an OG teammate, you know we got our dog Drizzy. We've been having Drizzy for as long as we've been together and way before we moved to Merida. And that's our baby. So we had to bring him with us. And he's been liking it, It's this is another thing that, like, with us moving around the city, we've had different circumstances where sometimes we have a backyard and he can just go run and play. And then sometimes we're in towers or buildings where we have to walk him all the way downstairs to go use the restroom and stuff. So if you do have a pet, that's something else that you need to, think about and worry about, how you're going to let the dog go potty. We don't have a balcony in this place either. Some places we had a balcony that we could, maybe
put some grass on the balcony and you can go out on that. But those are things you got to also take into account. If you do have a pet or plan on getting a pet, how are they going to relieve themselves?
And then food. I saw some some comments in a group, and they were asking, what do you guys feed your dogs and all of that? We had to change Drizzy's food when we got here, because of course they didn't have the food that he was used to, but we do get food from Walmart now.
We get Purina Championes or something like that. It's like a premium version of the Purina with dog food. We do that because it's easier to find. We can find it if we can't get it at Walmart, we can go to the OXXO down the street. We can go to 7-Eleven. We can easily find that food, as opposed to trying to find him this exotic food that we only can get from one place in the entire country. It's just hard.
Then another thing that we do, there are, I'll say a few, but we only use one, fresh dog food places that will deliver. We'll just order it. They'll send you a menu and say, you can order a kilogram of this, of turkey and chicken and all kind of vegetables and stuff. And they actually make the fresh dog food for your dog. And we just order it through WhatsApp. It's never too expensive, and they'll just deliver it to the house. That's if we want to say, okay, let's start feeding him fresh food.
When we do feed him fresh food, we'll mix it with his kibble, so it'll stretch a little bit longer. But he really loves the fresh food, like it's crazy how much he loves it. We actually got to start getting him some more of that. But it's very affordable. You send them a message, they're gonna deliver it just like they deliver our meat. We usually probably get about 4 kilograms for maybe like $15. So it's not too crazy expensive or anything like that. But yeah, it's definitely an option, and it's a great option.
Yes, if you are planning to bring your pet, Merida is very pet friendly, y'all. When y'all go to the mall, especially on weekends, you gonna see everybody walking their dogs in the mall. Like, it's just some restaurants, the dogs be in the restaurants. Like, it's very pet friendly out here.
They got dog races at the mall. Like certain malls, the dogs be racing like little events. Like, they be different events that the dogs can compete in, and like it's a good time, man. It's a good time.
So if you think about bringing your pet and you just don't know about it, go ahead and bring him, because he'll fit right in with all the other dogs and all of that. All right, y'all. So that is going to be the video for today. We just wanted to tap back in. Y'all know it's been a long time since we talked. We want to give y'all a little update and also tell y'all some things that we've learned since living in Merida for over a year now.
And let y'all know that we have not forgot about y'all. Hopefully y'all have not forgot about us. Hopefully y'all found this information valuable, because this is something we have really been learning and going through on a day-to-day basis. This ain't something we Googled. This ain't something we heard through the grapevine. This is something we live daily for the past, 15, 16 months.
So if any of this information can help somebody out there, I hope that it does. And I'm glad that we went through it so that y'all don't have to.
And any other questions that y'all have that we may have not answered, that y'all want us to make a video on, feel free to leave it in the comments. If y'all haven't noticed, we respond to all the comments. So
So our plan is to start pushing this content back out. We miss y'all. We know that y'all miss us.
We got a new camera, you know what I'm saying?
So go ahead, make sure, as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
And please don't forget to hit the bell. We don't want you to miss none of these upcoming videos.
And until next time, peace.